Hello and welcome to Planet Coaster episode 15. In this episode, we make a castle coaster. But before that happens, a bench gets destroyed before my very eyes. Those large people break the bench. How unfortunate. But while the bench is being mended, we are building a quick information kiosk for people to get information. And we might consider building some priority passes for the future. So just a very quick little tiny kiosk here for the information. Two sets of the kiosk so that many people can get information. And some information signs here as well to show that these are information bits. And we have our plucky janitor fixing the bench up. A nice treat. Better. And there's our little information kiosk. And that is it. I was at this point thought, we may as well buy a few more janitors and upgrade the rest of the people. And I was thinking, what should I do? I did Cheery Village. I thought this area would be a nice area for a little coaster. Nothing too extreme, nothing as big as the snowstorm or the howling wind just yet. There will be other big coasters. I'll put that in the speedy section of the park. Now, this is not quite so speedy, so I thought I'll go for a more kid-friendly ride. And we settled on the spinning coaster. We're just building a little track. I didn't want to go too high, too fast, so the excitement rating isn't there on this one. But, I thought, let's just make a small roller coaster that fits into this little gap. So I didn't even get enough speed off the first little drop to get up this little helix hill here. Sorry, forgetting my words today. So it actually stopped there without going backwards or going forwards. So got over it this time. So just put in a little route together that was quite compact. But it had a few drops in there. Didn't want it to be like a one drop coaster. But slowed down, went up, dropped again. Just did that a couple of times. Hopefully smoothly as well. So just making sure everything I change is smoothed out because I don't want a bumpy ride. So close to get in there. So close. So I just end up tweaking it a bit, making it a bit shallower, and connecting it still. Woo. Now I decided that I know I'll go underground because that's what Planet Coaster is really good for, is underground rides. Especially thin tracks like this where you can't really go through the hole to have a look at what the hole looks like. So I messed about with trying to get a few helixes in here, or a helix, and then a little helix up before putting in a chain lift to take us to the highest point of the ride, or one of the highest points in the ride. And as you'll see, it works swimmingly. So much so, I could change a couple of the chain lift areas to just normal pieces. I do want to go underground again, and so just doing a couple of turns before pulling us into the station. Hurrah! It's finished. A little bit of braking before the final bend and finishing it. So let's have a look at the test. It gets round nicely. But what's this? Red excitement and orange others. That will simply not do. So I decided to get rid of the whole underground section. because that was the bit that was frightening. I ended up putting in this 90 degrees banked thingamajiggy. Okay, thought, what's going on here? I actually kept the 90-degree bank thingy because I thought that was quite cool. But then try and link it up with this chain link, chain lift. Didn't quite work out so well, so did another little twist. And I quite enjoyed the little 90-degree bank, so I kept it in. And here it comes round. It finishes the gap, and we have it's an orange, but it's green on the nose here. So I'm happy with that. So just changing the entrance and adding a few more cars to the ride, and we do get rid of those holes eventually. Adding a station. Now I wanted a different look from the gingerbread and the thing, and I found this sandstone, and I liked it. So I thought, let's make a station based around a castle, maybe a medieval Christmas. So, yeah, they must have had Christmas in the medieval times. Medieval castle Christmas type ride, and that's what that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So we built a square castle, and like I know the ramparts are back to front, but I liked it that way. So it's not that I did it by accident. I liked the fact they were backwards, and that's my story again, and I'm sticking to it. Well, I did realise they were backwards, but not quite yet. I realised they were backwards when I was doing another part of the castle. This time, but I did end up liking them, so that's okay. This time I didn't want to be a station confined just to the station, and I wanted the first chain lift to be inside the castle as well. So here I are, adding some windows to the castle, the chain lift, and I wanted them to go down with the chain lift. So ended up doing this and hoping that they fitted. Actually, they did quite well. I quite enjoyed the look of them, how they came out. So, quite pleased with it. So here we are, just finishing the ascent up the chain lift with the castle wall, and then some nice triangular pieces to ensure that we get a nice diagonal line while entering the moving up the coaster, rather than a horrible straight vertical line as I have so done in lots of other coasters. So here I am, just adding a lovely tower to my castle. Accidentally somehow selecting the blueprints menu and my station. The station does not belong there. Just finishing off, and because we don't have a sandstone roof that is not flat, we end up using tiles for the tower roof here, which almost made it to the castle itself, but not quite. So here's our tiled roof, nice and flat as well. And then we actually did tile the castle. I thought, yeah, let's tile the castle. Ended up not liking it and got rid of it because I preferred the roof of the normal sandstone variety. There we go. And the ramparts again, back to front. So I like it. This is where I noticed I did it wrong, but I wanted to finish it, so I kept it as it. a couple of windows, and a dungeon windows underneath there. And that is the basic castle. And I thought, no, the queue line. I would like the queue line to be incorporated into the castle as well. I thought, oh, I'll build a tower up this helix, but there was not enough space, so that was scrapped. Yes, then I thought the queue line should be under the castle as well. So I then made a queue line, which you will see now. So, making sure that both the queue and the exit line will fit under the roller coaster, and make sure that it meant that they could exit the ride, which, as you can see, didn't originally get to me. I thought, oh, crumbs, I'll need to change the queue line. So getting rid of the hole there so that I could move the path a bit over. That's better, which left plenty of space for the exit path. And because it's quite side by side and actually quite straight, it made building the castle bit that goes over the queue line quite nicely, actually. It's quite a nice fit. Here I am adding the wall sections. No, not square. Going round today, people. Round. What crazy contraption is this round mechanism? Adding an archway and then realizing, oh, it goes over the path, which is not good enough. So ended up putting it there. Fits really well, actually. I was quite happy with the fit. Apart from this curve section and that straight bit, but that was the concession I had to make, the compromise I had to make with the archway. So here I'm putting little archways in, then realizing actually this is a different building. So get rid of it, edit the actual building I was working on. So add an archway in, and another archway for the exit, and then squaring it off. Adding these little windows that are like, I actually enjoyed those little ones. I thought, oh, first of all, they would be quite good, but no. So here I am adding the backwards ramparts, then realizing that the ramparts for the curved pieces would have to face the right way. And so just adding the roof to the building. To finish off the queue line, making sure it's as close as possible to the car. I just thinking these little bits don't touch the ground, so just add a little bit of track just to get it at least something to finish. Now, add in some torches and a sign to the ride to make sure people know what ride it is, and it's the Dizzy Santa. Dizzy Santa, because the spinning coaster. I thought I added some torches to the outside of the castle to make it more medieval, and inside actually to get some light in there. And this is when I thought, actually, that looks pretty cool. Get rid of that piece. I think changing the black, the rails to black for the nighttime look, and then the car to red and green. because they're the Christmas colours which we come to expect from Disney Santa. So there it is. And I thought, what am I missing? I'm actually missing a divide between the entrance and exit lines. So I had to go back into the castle and finish off the wall that separates the queue line and the exit line are separated, so it just appears a bit nicer. So you don't have to watch people exit to entrance. So they're separate, so you don't see each other, even though they're right next to each other. And that is the end of that. So I will see you in another video. Goodbye.